Before it became a chant heard round the world, it was a lesson shaped in places like this one. Small, determined, southern communities where young men and women learned what it meant to push back against the limits. Jesse Jackson's story didn't begin on a national stage. It began in the tension between what Greenville, South Carolina allowed and what it denied. And the people who knew him best say that tension didn't break him, it built him.
How do you put that together, just as from an advocate standpoint, the impact that he made?
He was always the same. The Jesse I knew as a 2- and 3-year-old was the one that I knew when he was running for president. He was always an advocate, always outspoken, a leader, a star.
Churches like Long Branch and Springfield shaped the early world around Jesse Jackson. He was formed in community where faith and responsibility shared the same air. Across Greenville's black congregations, young people were taught the same core idea. Your worth is not defined by the world around you, and justice is everybody's work.
The black church has always been the foundation of our community, especially the black culture. And so a lot of the pure ideas of what we have, of how to live as a person in the Christian content, comes from black church. So social justice and all those things of equal rights comes from a place where God says all men are equal.
By the mid-1960s, that foundation carried Jackson into the orbit of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. King saw something in Jackson: urgency, clarity, fearlessness, and sent him to Chicago to build a new front in the movement.
I think his foundation in the Christian faith, I think his foundation in his church, gave him the great settling to understand that I'm not trying to be seen or be famous. I'm part of this fight.
And then came the moment few expected, a presidential campaign that wasn't treated as a protest, but as a possibility.
Even though we knew probably that he was not going to win in 1984, so many people believed so deeply that they registered, and they registered their families, and they got engaged in the political process. 1988 was even more of an event because more people registered, and Reverend Jackson learned the political system.
We registered 2 million new voters.
Well, let's just go to the campaign run for those two particular times, for 84 and 88. When you start to look at how inclusive his platform was.
Inside the last surviving wing of Sterling High School, Jackson's alma mater, the past feels very close. The gym, the bleachers, the yearbooks, reminders of the boy who would carry Greenville with him everywhere he went.
He took Greenville everywhere he went.
And that's the amazing part, is so many here talk about how proud they are of Jesse, and Jesse is always talking about how proud he was of Greenville and Sterling.
Leaders age, movements shift, but the people who grew up watching Jesse Jackson say his message isn't finished. It's waiting on the next generation to take it seriously.
And so I truly would say in all humility that we need to make sure that we continue to keep pushing forward, continue to encourage our youth, and even still young adults, to let them know that our voices are valuable and need to be heard.
Maybe that's why those 3 words still echo today.
I am somebody.
Because they weren't just meant for rallies. They were meant for anyone who's ever felt unseen, unheard, or underestimated.
I am somebody.
In Greenville, Patrick Hussion,